Like all avid readers, I have an ever-growing list of books I'm intending to get to. But this book jumped to the front of the line. It was popping up everywhere on here and was spoken of so highly by so many of you that I just had to get to it. And my only disappointment was that I didn't get to it sooner. James is a profoundly significant reimagining of Mark Twain's Huckleberry Finn, told from the point of view of the enslaved Jim, or James rather. Its numbers, accolades, and awards all speak to the book's overall worthiness. The beauty of the book for me lay in the imagined conversations that James has with some of the West's greatest thinkers. He converses with Voltaire on the ideas of human equality and cultural inferiority, with John Locke on the hypocrisy of silencing our morals for the sake of personal gain, of oppression and the logical right to resist, and with one of Voltaire's literary creations, James discusses the concepts of hope and freedom. And as you consider these conversations, one gets the feeling that we're not just reading a conversation between the fictional James and these famous thinkers, we're reading a conversation between Percival Everett and Mark Twain as well. That feeling is confirmed when you get to the acknowledgments at the end of the book where Everett plays on the famous Mark Twain quote, "Heaven for the climate, hell for the company." But instead of hell for the company, Everett affectionately writes, "Hell for my long-awaited lunch with Mark Twain," hinting that there is more to be discussed between the two. What I gather from this conversation between Everett and Twain is that, for however good and noble his purposes were in writing Huckleberry Finn, Twain did not go nearly far enough in his advocacy for Black America. He barely came close to depicting the humanity of Black America, and he only gently touched upon the dignity of Black America. And secondly, while allyship is important and welcomed, it does not replace the voices of those we wish to advocate for. Their voices must be heard, because no one can describe their experience more truly and authentically. James's perspective was 139 years overdue. I'm a huge advocate for approaching reading as a conversation between reader and writer. I was not prepared for reading a book that's essentially a conversation between two writers of such great ability. More, please.